Okay, so we don't worry about gift taxes. We don't worry about estate taxes. They don't really come into play. We talked about what happens if we're alive, but something bad happens and we're in the hospital, that someone needs to be able to make medical decisions, financial decisions. Fast forward to when you pass away. What happens when we pass away? We've all heard of trusts, we've all heard of wills, we've all heard of these things. But let's talk about probate court quickly before we talk about wills and trusts. How do assets end up going through probate court? Okay, there are two ways. And I can tell you right now, some of the people in here are my clients, and I know they don't have these problems, but others in this room I know do have these problems. One way assets will end up in probate court is assets that have no ownership on them or no beneficiary when you pass away. And you want to know what the big asset is that we see this happening to all the time? Probably your largest asset you have, your home. When you buy a house, you buy it in your name. If you're married, you buy it in both your names. When one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse doesn't feel it. They live in that house the day after that spouse passes as if they've lived there, as they have for the last 20 years, and for however many years they want to live there. They won't feel it. But when they've both passed away, now we have a problem. Now we have a house in Rochester that has deceased mom, deceased dad on title, and that's as far as it goes. It has to go to probate court. It doesn't say on that deed, well, when we both die, this is who my house goes to. No, it just says John Smith, Jane Smith own this home, period. So when John and Jane have passed away, their kids have an issue. They have to go to probate court. They have to get the legal authority to deal with that asset that had no owner or no beneficiary. A lot of times, bank accounts follow suit. Husband and wife have joint checking account. One of them passes away. The surviving spouse still uses that checking account. But when they pass away, now we have a checking account that has two deceased owners on it. So we're back to the same problem. There are no beneficiaries, there's no owners on it, okay? So that creates a problem. That creates a probate problem, okay?